Hey everyone, welcome back to Very Geek and welcome back to my One Piece Stampede discussion. So, this is going to be my spoiler-filled review, or just talk really, because I was waiting a little bit just to like marinate it. I did get to see it a second time before I started talking about it, and also I gave you guys probably, a good weekend. I know some of you can't even go and watch it for a while, so if you haven't seen it, don't watch the rest of the video. I do have a spoiler-free review. If you want to go see that, check that out. But I'm gonna go full spoilers and really just gush about it, because we're gonna jump into it. This movie is fan service up the wazoo. And what I meant by that in the original review, by saying like team ups and all that, was that you literally have characters like Luffy, Sabo, Smoker, Boa, Law, Buggy. Like it's such a cool team up. Okay, I'm going all over the place because I really want to get to the exciting parts, but whatever. But yeah, so basically Buenafesta is setting up this whole pirate festival thing and inviting all the pirates. You guys already know the synopsis of the movie. Obviously he has Bullet with him, and he's like the big bad, his muscle of the group. And Bullet was a former member of the Roger Pirates. And remember, this story isn't canon. It's just a 20th anniversary fan film. Or not fan film. It's a film for the fans, really. But yeah, it's Oda's original story, but it's not canon. So basically, they have to get Roger's treasure from the island. And then Bullet shows up, and he basically just starts wrecking shop. And literally for the rest of the movie, it's just Bullet wrecking everyone's ass. Because look, Bullet was, quote unquote, according to Buggy, as strong as Dark King Rayleigh back in the day, and the only one that could beat him was Roger, which to me is funny because in a flashback, every time they show Roger, he's always wearing the same getup. So it's always funny when he beats such a monster, hulking, bad dude that he's stronger than that guy. So whatever. But yeah, so Bullet starts fighting the Supernovas. First off, Usopp manages to get the treasure after a really cool action sequence of fun stuff. Once they land on the island that was brought up by the knock-up stream, they land and everyone's fighting. You got Luffy versus Kid, Luffy versus Mad Monk, you got Luffy versus Apu, you got Luffy versus everyone, you got Zoro versus Killer. Not really a verse, it's more like some clashes here and there, which is really cool. I don't care. So it's really great fan service stuff. Kid is showing off his power. Drake had a clash with Kid. All the Supernovas are here. There is not a single Supernova that's not your gang. Beige, Bonnie, Kid, Hawkins, Drake, everyone. So yeah, that was great. That whole sequence was great. But then Buggy gets the treasure. But then literally, and I shit you not, Bullet grabs a galleon ship. Just grabs it and he throws it, and he throws it straight into the island, bursting the bubble. I don't think the ship destroyed the island, it definitely cracked it, but I think the pressure of the water stream that was the bubble was protecting the island from, broke through the island and broke it. So the island got completely destroyed after that. But apparently when Usopp landed in the water and Buggy dropped the treasure, Usopp grabbed the treasure and he started, he peeked to look at what was inside, which I won't get to now, we'll get to later. And then Bullet shows up, and then he almost killed Usopp, for real. And drops Usopp on the ground, and then we got this action sequence. Bro, yo, I wish I could react to it with you guys. This is my way of reacting to it with you guys, because that way, you guys know what I'm talking about if you've seen it already. When Bullet tried to clash with Luffy, or Luffy tried to clash with Bullet, and then they met fists, Bullet just overpowers and punched him straight into the ground. Mind you, no hockey involved. And then what he did was, before Kid and Killer could even look to their left, he speed blitzed both of them, appeared behind both of them and hit them on the head, or hit each other's heads with them. And then after that, Drake tried to bite him as a T-Rex. He threw Drake into, I think it was a hog, into, I think it was Apu. I think he threw him onto Apu or someone. Apu was trying to hit him with like with his stuff. Yo, he came at her like a football, and like they even slow-moed it with a dope angle. It was like really cinematic. It went like low slow-mo, and then Bullet just tackled him straight into the mountain, bro, into the like the rocks. Bonnie was like, oh, let me like turn you into a baby. Then he grabbed that leg. Yo, that fight sequence was insane. Bullet's personality was really cool. Just him like, I want to be the strongest, and like he wants to like, be the top. He has to kill all of them. He's like the Broly-esque type of character where he's just like strong to be strong. But yeah, so that fight happened, and basically we cut away for a moment while the rest of the Straw Hats, because Law was in trouble because apparently he was finding out what Buena Vista was actually about and what he's trying to actually do. So he got hurt. But he was with some of the Straw Hats, Robin, Sanji, Brook, and Chopper, and they go down to the secret base where they run into Smoker, and Sanji has a dope fight with Smoker, which is really cool, which is good seeing them clash. And then while Law and Robin were running away, your boy Crocodile shows up, and it feels so cool that he's just like, oh hey, Miss All Sunday, like it's so cool that like. He still calls her that. Like that was so fun. That sent like my heart like a blaze. So that the fun doesn't stop there. So they keep going. There's some great humor in there, like when Brooke farted and he was like, I don't even have butt cheeks or whatever. That's pretty funny. So we cut back to the action, and like everything's on fire. Everyone's on the ground. Everyone's down for the count. And quick little fight thing that I skimmed over. Luffy and Kid were doing like a big like elephant gunner thing, whatever, and then he just like observation hockeyed it and just whoosh, and like they both hit each other. Like he guided them to each other. That was awesome. And then Luffy managed to get a red hawk in, and then that managed to take off at least the shirt, and then still no scratch on him. So Luffy was like, hey, I gotta protect my crew. So then he goes Gear 4, but he goes Gear 4 Snake Man first. He doesn't go Bound Man or Bounce Man. He goes Snake Man, and he fights him. He basically does the greatest hits. It's like the greatest hits of the Katakuri fight. It really is. It's like he does Python, then he does the Jet Culverin, then he does the Black Mamba, then he does the King Cobra. Like he's pretty much like the Katakuri fight, but just, whatever. But not only that, like Katakuri, Snake Man still got speed blitz by Bullet. Bullet's insanely fast. So then speed blitzes Luffy, but then it comes to find out that really did nothing to him, because you got to remember that Snake Man is more speed than offense compared to Bounce Man or Bound Man. So then apparently this guy has a clank devil fruit, so now he can take any iron or whatever and shape it into something and basically recreate or mesh stuff together. So he makes a giant robot, and that seemed like disappointing, but bro, he clads it in armament hockey, and he beats every supernova. But then we have probably the best moments in the movie with Usopp. Usopp gets up from already being almost dead, keeps shooting his his green stars, which obviously it wasn't for no reason, because Usopp doesn't just do that for no reason. But I love that Usopp gets his moment, and then he even gets a very sad moment after Luffy recovers a bit later, and he's like, look, like, I'm sorry, I always feel like I'm useless every time something happens, like he can't do nothing. That obviously pisses off Luffy, and he goes in Gear 4 Bound Man, and then he flies towards them, because now at this point Derofu is awakened, and Bullet pretty much took over like a whole bunch of battleships that were surrounding, because the Buster Call was a secret that Buena Vista had. He was calling in a Buster Call to just eliminate everyone and create his own era. That was his plan. So the Buster Call pretty much backfired and gave Bullet a whole bunch of ammunition to just transform into literally a giant CGI demon that, even though it's CGI, it looks fantastic for CGI. So that was pretty cool. Also, the treasure. The treasure apparently was a eternal pose to Laugh-Tail or Raft-Tail. I don't know. I saw it in sub and dub. I don't know which was. I know I'm gonna call it Raft-Tail, because in the dub, I don't know if it's official, they called it Laugh-Tail. I don't know. I'm gonna call it Raft-Tail, because that's what we've always been known it as. But yeah, that happened, and yeah, so that's pretty much what they're fighting for, which is a big thing, because that's where the One Piece is at. And yeah, that's pretty much the story. And then the rest of the movie is just fighting and epic team ups. Like Sabo shows up, and starts fighting Smoker on some DBZ stuff. Boa showed up. Oh, almost forgot. Fujitora had a clash, like not only a clash, had like a legit mini fight with Zoro. Zoro got some moves off. Like Zoro got hit by gravity stuff. Zoro did like a Ultra Tiger Hunt that was really cool. And then Fujitora ends up with, all right, let me just end this with a big meteor. And then he said, I'm rambling because it's a lot of stuff, man. I'm remembering as I go because there's so many things in this movie. So he summons a meteor, it comes down. Zoro does the what's it, like Ichidan Dai Sansen Sekai or whatever it's called. That basically the 3000 world, but like the one he did against Pika. Cuts the meteor in half, but guess what? He still has to cut the rest. But guess what? Your boy Mihawk is there, and Mihawk just one swipes the whole meteor away, and like overshadows him. So that was pretty funny. But aside from that, then there's just Bullet. Kizaru is there, he doesn't really do much. Garp is there, that doesn't really do much. He just has some more exposition for us for Bullet's character. And yeah, the rest is just a fun brawl. Literally, they don't even care about logistics and like what the anime or like the manga like rules are, because Luffy goes Gear 4 like Bound Man like 4 times in a row, and like 5 minutes hasn't even passed. Like he goes to his Bullet, tries to punch him. Mind you, Luffy's like this small compared to Bullet's like hand, and he gets swiped like 4 times and out of Gear 4. And I'm exaggerating, it's like 2 or 3 times he gets swiped out of it. But then for the final part, everyone's doing the team up fight, the team up pose to crack his shell so Luffy can get that one shot in. And they keep fighting, they get the hit in, they crack it enough that Luffy can get his hit in. So yeah, that team up with Sabo, Luffy, not Ace, whoa, that's later. Law, Smoker, Boa, and even Buggy a little bit. That team up was awesome because it gave Luffy enough time to continuously blow into his arm, and he made a fist as big as probably a mountain. The destructive force of that hand is insane. That move is called King Kong Gun, and it was like, it was badass, bro. That was badass. The clash that they had was cool, but I was hoping that we would get like more of a like environmental thing like we always do when Haki clashes with Luffy. But it was still a pretty dope clash, and then Luffy gets him out of the shell and we get this dope fight. Speaking of Haki clash, I almost completely forgot one of the rawest moments of the entire movie. Bullet's like looks like a demon, and he does a Conqueror's Haki, knocks out everyone except the Supernovas because they're all weak. Everyone's like just standing like, oh crap. They go to Luffy, and then he counters with his Conqueror's Haki, and you have like a blue and red fighting each other. It was, yo, I need to see this movie again. Yeah, so that happened. That was extraordinary. And then yeah, to the finale of the movie, we have Gear 4 Luffy, still in Gear 4, fighting the mech Bullet. However, Usopp early with the little bullet. I mean, I feel like I'm going over the entire movie. It's pretty much a like analysis, whatever, or like explanation. But yeah, pretty much the seeds that Usopp shot broke open Bullet's robot and let Luffy be able to fight him one-on-one, like this Bullet in full armament Haki. They're hitting each other. The animation was smooth. It was cool seeing Gear 4 fight someone like that. They do like Luffy does like King Kong Gatling is what he said in the dub. I think that's, yeah, whatever, which is crazy. I don't know what they mean by that, or it was awesome. So they do it like a Gatling clash. Luffy beats him obviously, and then he you know, I'm gonna be king of the pirates with that last one hand. He like hit him like with the sun. He like stunned him straight into the ground, and that's the end until they have to escape. And then when they have to escape, they hit me right in the kokoro, in the corazon. As soon as they were about to escape, Sabo tows the girl that can like, she had the double fruit that can animate or bring objects or drawings to life for a short amount of time, called illusions. He brings to life Ace, and they have a duel he can, like Fire Fist, and you see them back to back, and I'm like, oh man, I almost cried in theaters. That was so dope. That capped off probably my favorite, not my favorite One Piece movie. It's definitely like 2 or 3, but I think action wise and stuff like that, it's definitely number 1. But yeah, with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed my spoiler review. Obviously, it's still the same score, like a 9.5 out of 10. I really dug this movie. It was a lot of fun. It has some, I guess, story problems just because like there's not much story in it. Because Bunafest is kind of too crazy for me. Ironically, in a One Piece movie, he's like going way insane. It's like there was, because he was like a warmonger, but they didn't really explain much of his character. Like, okay, did he lose family? Did like whatever? Like it just felt like he just lost the warmongering business, and then he was just kind of salty. I don't know, whatever. He was underdeveloped as hell, but I still love Bullet, and I still love the environment of this film. So with that being said, if you guys seen it and you guys agree with me about all these like things that I just talked about, pretty much the whole movie, what do you think about it? By the way, there's a ton of cameos. I saw you see Kami, you see some of the people from Thriller Bark, like the dudes with like the like leather hats and stuff. You see Panda Man, you see Hachi. There's a ton of cameos in this film. So yeah, it was pretty dope. So yeah, all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, reach the video. If you enjoyed, make sure you follow my Twitter in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.